Happy birthday to me and welcome to my trip to Sedona. Yes, it is my 28th birthday and I managed to get myself on a trip to Sedona for a day. So, this is the first night. I'll be spending tomorrow in Sedona and I'm really looking for some answers, honestly. I think we should take a moment to breathe in the healing energy because all over Sedona you can feel the vortex type energy. You don't actually have to be at the locations, you can feel it coming into you. Excuse me. Just feel the healing energy coming over you. And also, a Sedona resident just gave me a birthday present, a nice little bracelet. So I think that was really nice of them. Um, I've found so far that people here have been really nice. I asked one guy who drove a taxi, I said, where are there the spiritual kind of epicenters in Sedona? And he said the whole place. So I said, okay, that's great. I said, I'm willing to bet you know what a starseed is. And he said, oh, yeah, I am one. So I feel like I'm in the right place. Um, so, really, though, I'm looking for some answers. I'm hoping to contact some of the councils tomorrow to get clarification on what exactly I'm supposed to be doing. So we saw, if you looked at my level 1 military psychiatric ward video, you'll see how I was engineered down into the Arizona area. I did not exactly come willingly. And also, there were fake telepathic messages to me telling me to come to Tucson, or to come to an area in Arizona, or to go to Las Vegas, or whatnot. So, with being stuck in Arizona, I need to figure out what exactly I'm supposed to do. The problem here is that, in Sedona, you can go to people and say, "Oh, I'm an Arcturian starseed," and that's not received strangely. It's received as an obvious, normal thing, and usually the person might respond back to their one too. But when it comes to other places, they don't respond that way, and they call you SMI, or seriously mentally ill. So I am stuck in a loop where I have to take medication or pretend to take it and attempt to claim that no, I'm not being experimented on in these psychiatric units. No, none of this stuff really happened. I was being experimented on. All the other patients were being experimented on. No one else had the guts or felt like they had the ability to speak up besides me. And so that's why they were all trying to pass me notes and things to try and help me or to give me more information about what was going on. And so you see, in that facility is Sonora Behavioral Health Center, is a facility name in Tucson, Arizona. I learned that not all Arcturians are on the side of the light. That was a big shocker. Now, from Alex Collier, we know that there is something called the Giza Group, which is a sect of Pleiadians that go along with the Nazi agenda and that help that agenda along. So it's actually not strange for higher density beings to get confused temporarily, get confused. But with the Arcturians, I was in shock. I was distraught to realize, oh my God, they've gotten to you. They've gotten to your head. Oh my God. And so I want some real serious clarification on what am I doing here? What is my mission here? What what exactly am I supposed to be doing? I know I'm not supposed to be drugged I'm not supposed to be on these drugs they're trying to give me. I'm not supposed to be doing any of that. I'm not supposed to be an invalid in a house disabled. I'm not supposed to be doing any of those things. I'm supposed to be out in the real world affecting change. How am I supposed to do that? And why have I been put in this situation? Or why did I put myself in this situation? Let's say it better that way. Why did I engineer myself into this situation? What is me up there thinking? Um, because it was really an orchestrated. You could say I did it to myself, but there were so many energies involving me being relocated that you can't really just say, oh, I did it to myself. There were so many different things involved, so many different agencies, intelligences, energies, influences, that it really was a telepathic mess. Um, I'm hoping to speak with some healers tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'll just be led to the correct person, because this is something that I know needs to be answered, because I feel like I've just been kind of left out to dry in a way by my Arcturian family. And I learned basically in that level 1 military psychiatric ward, Sedona Behavioral Health Center, I learned that an Arcturian whose soul stream was projected into me was one that had kind of turncoated, that had gone to the dark side. And they weren't completely gone, I could still reason with them, and it was as if they really wanted themselves to change, but they were trapped in a prison type system and couldn't get out of it. And so now, after finding out all these different things about how complicated the situation truly is, I want clarification. I want to know what the hell to do. And I want to be able to have peace and stability in my life. Not have to worry about my food and my water being cursed, or anything stupid like that happening. It's something that we shouldn't even be focusing on. It's infinitesimal in the scheme of reality, and I want to be able to contribute to that new reality. That's just so important that I feel very fortunate on my birthday that I get to be here in Sedona and feel the influence of the vortices. Um, it is a very spiritual feeling about the place, and I'm hoping to get some answers for these things. Also, one thing is I'm wanting to talk to my hybrid children. I know that they were using my eggs when I was in that facility, the military facility. They were taking eggs for me, and I know that I have hybrid children. Hybrid children that aren't reptilian. Those ones I knew about, and one of them I met, Charlie. But I know that I have hybrid children that are gray descent type related, or Arcturian descent kind of related, and I really want to be able to communicate with them and make sure that they're okay, that they understand a meaning for their lives, because right now I sure don't understand mine. And we have value because we exist. That is the crux of the matter. We have value because we exist, not because of what you're capable of, what your skill sets are. You have value because you are alive. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how dumb you are, how telepathic you are, how clairvoyant you are, how many objects you can move. It doesn't matter. It is a right for us to be free, and this is something that I feel powerfully. So I want to be able to talk to those children and tell them that don't let anyone take away your freedom. Don't let anyone make you think you've sold your soul. You can't sell your soul. That's actually impossible. It's only possible to make you think you've sold it. So I suppose you could say it's only possible to make you think that you've given your power away, when really you have it with you the entire time. I suppose I'll take that as a lesson for myself for this episode of Arcturian Philosophy. Wish me luck on my quest to go about finding out from the councils, what are you doing? What is going on? I want to know. I deserve to know. I haven't talked about these things publicly, and I deserve to know what the hell is going on. That is my main, my main request. So, wish me happy birthday. I will say it was Human Colony on YouTube that after Agenda 21 didn't happen. That was on August 21st, 2014. There was supposed to be a false flag nuclear war attack on the Northeast. And it was supposed to be Russia attacking the United States. And that was intercepted, not just with me, but through lots of people. But I was one of the people that helped do that. And after that, on the YouTube video, you've got Max there asking Jim, who's a reptilian, how did she do this? But how is it possible? And I don't actually recall the response that Jim gave to that. But he did state that I was 6% Arcturian and that I was harmless. Well, in that same video, they tried to do Reiki to reduce my lifespan to die at the age of 27. And guess what? Today I'm 28. So take that as a testament to the power of the human spirit. Now, I don't bring up that it was Human Colony to really bash them. What you guys need to understand is that they're kind of a cover for more nefarious agendas. If you email the email address that they give for wanting to volunteer at the colonies, what happens is you get harassed by Greys regardless of whether or not you say you want to give DNA or not. Like, I emailed them and I explicitly stated I do not wish to give DNA at this time. They totally disrespect that. They don't go by anything that they say. They're also very selective. The Greys they will be very selective. People that they like, they'll do certain things for, and people that they don't like, they'll mess around with. One thing though, before Max and Jim decided to go off on some Reiki tangent with me, I have to say, with Max, they're planning something for you, Max. They're planning to, like a roast, like you watch those comedy shows and they have a roast of a certain person where they totally bash the person and make fun of them and make them feel like shit. They're planning something like that for you at the very end of all of this. That's what they're going to do to you. Like everything that you've seen done to other people. You're such a bad person, you did this, you did that, you horrible, evil. They're going to do that to you if you don't get out. And I feel safe saying this for some reason. I wouldn't feel safe saying this because they have powerful force behind them. They have Yael and Grey stuff behind them, which normally would make me feel very uncomfortable. Not with Greys, but just the amount of backlash that I could receive. And I don't feel that now for some reason. I just feel like it's important that you know that, Max, that they're, and also John Lennon says, don't have Jim try to fake channel me. He does not like it. Seriously, he does not like it at all. Do not have Jim fake channel John Lennon, because he does not fucking like it. Seriously, he does not fucking like it at all. The will of the human, power of the human. I was not supposed to make it to this age, the age of 28. well, I have many years ahead of me, and I know that I'm going to make it there. So, just so you guys know, with hybrid children, if you want to be involved with hybrid children, please do not do it through Human Colony, please. Um, the children are basically taken as slaves, and so are the people that participate. You end up being enslaved to work on a colony, astrally, or physically, depending on who you are and if anyone's going to notice you missing. If no one will notice you missing, then poof, you can just go missing, just like that. No one, and if nobody's there to care about you to report it, then that's what would happen. Um, so just no. Also, L. They talk about L. L is the notorious AI that is controlling a lot of this stuff. Um, I've seen him featured as a god in some contexts, but it seems to be an artificial intelligence that runs everything. And people at Sonora Behavioral Health Center were trying to tell me I'm being controlled by L. They would pass me notes, do things to try and tip me off, and say it's not me talking, it's L. I'm being made to do this by L. And also, Death Note joke. What's the greatest detective in the world? What's his name? L. And he's 3 different people, and they're all him. Like Metatron is the same thing as L, pretty much. Just so you guys know. And so, like, the way I remember Max described it was like, oh, how we have different agencies running things but instead on these other planets they have L. Well, it's like being uplinked, like the movie Transcendence, like being uplinked to an artificial intelligence that tells you what to do and orders you around. That seems to be what L is about. And the good thing is that I sense very little L influence in this area, which is quite nice. It's really, honestly, really a pain in the ass when you walk into something that's totally L controlled, and you're like a rogue or wild, as it's termed in the slang, wild in the system. But as many people have told me, it's not wild. It, meaning me, it is not wild. It is free. And my father actually said to me that he was in a situation and he looked at his friend and he said, "New Hampshire, live free or die." Or if you guys remember the beginning of one of the episodes of Breaking Bad, towards the end, he's got a New Hampshire plate and on his car, and it says New Hampshire, live free or die. And that is also my motto: live free or die. Give me liberty or give me death. But I know that the scales are turning towards liberty, not death. So I hope you come with me on my journey through Sedona, and that we'll see some sacred rock formations, and also I'll have some help contacting the different Arcturian councils, because they got some splaining to do, basically, is in my opinion. They got some splaining to do. So I leave you with this on Arcturian philosophy. Have a wonderful night.